Hi guys, just Matt Luxton here from Last Fitness Camps, and today I'm just here with Debbie. Debbie's been working with me for a few weeks now and very kindly offered to try something out for me. I have a very good idea about how I was going to change a few things that we did, and I wanted some people to try it, and kindly Debbie offered to do it for me, which I'm really grateful for. And also we're just going to have a quick chat and just talk through what Debbie, perhaps like Debbie's initial fears about why, about maybe the reasons why she started or applied to work with me, and then we'll go through and we'll talk about the good stuff and the results and all that kind of stuff. So, Debbie, firstly, can I just ask you why it was that you applied? So, what was it you wanted? Why did you apply? What were your reasons?
Well, I had two children quite close together.
Yeah.
I never lost my baby weight that I put on before I felt pregnant with my second child.
Yeah.
And then after having my second child, the weight had got so far and then it was stuck.
Okay.
So I needed to do something that was going to shift it, but at the same time, I needed to change the way we were eating as a family.
Okay.
So I thought that was the best way to get in touch with you, rather than going to the gym, doing a mundane program, and then falling out of interest with it, and then going back to the same old routine.
Yeah. So what was it like? What was it that was getting you down? And obviously, you just mentioned changing things for your family. What was really, what was annoying? What was kind of frustrating you?
Opening my wardrobe and only being able to wear half the items in it.
Right. Okay.
Because the body shape changes after you have children, and then I would diet, lose a couple of pounds, and think, oh, that's good, it's going again, and then it would stop, and I'd start eating again, or I'd just go straight back to what I was doing before.
Okay.
So I never really got back to where I was before the children.
Yeah. What then, obviously, having received the initial information from me, what was it that most appealed to you about what we were doing?
The support.
Okay.
That's what I needed, and the encouragement to keep going.
Yeah.
And know that I'd be with a group of people.
Yeah.
And then we'd all be working together.
Yeah.
So that you'd keep each other going. So come Monday morning, it's not a case of, oh, I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
It's like, you've got to go, because everyone's there waiting for you.
Yeah.
So,
So like accountability.
yeah.
Having other people there.
And then knowing that I was on this 21-day trial, and I wanted to see the results, and I wanted to prove that it was right, and that it would work.
Yeah.
So,
So what was obviously you said you sort of tried. What would you say were the main sort of negative things that were happening before with what you were trying to? Obviously you were still trying to achieve the same thing, losing body fat, changing your shape so you could get into clothes. You were still trying to do that. What negative things were holding you back before then?
Before, I didn't have the energy. It's like my children didn't sleep very well at night time, and the thought of getting up and joining one of your classes, I thought, I'm never going to be doing it if I've only had 5 hours sleep.
Yeah.
So they were always, I was probably using them more as an excuse, but at the same time, I didn't feel that I would be able to give it 100%, and so I needed a push.
Yeah.
And my brother had done it, and deep down I was really chuffed for him, because you could really see his improvement, and then I thought, no, I need to do it.
Yeah, yeah. So this time around then, obviously having the support that you mentioned, was there anything that you were still nervous about? Obviously, going into a new situation, like you said, going into a group situation, which you actually like, but were you nervous before you started, or? Yeah,
Sunday night I clock watched whole way through to Monday morning, got up and I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah.
But I did.
Yeah.
De-iced the car, got there, got to the skate club, everyone walks in, everyone's a bit bleary-eyed, so, and then just got on and did it. But I do remember doing the warm-up video before Monday, on Sunday night, thinking, I got to the T-rolls and I was like, I can't do these. Yeah. But when I got to the session on Monday morning, we just did the warm-up, got to the T-rolls and I just did them.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was like almost the group kept me going, whereas if I was doing it on my own, I'd be like, I can't do that.
Yeah. So having the people next to you, even though you're not directly competing with them at all.
And you're not watching them, but just
you know that they're doing the same thing.
Everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
So.
And now, obviously that is your warm up, isn't it? So you kind of.
It's just the norm.
Yeah, that's just what we do. That's just how we warm up. So yeah, I mean, obviously feeling slightly apprehensive about this whole new scenario. Was there anything that you kind of expected? Or did you expect any certain results? Did you think, oh, I might lose this many inches, I might lose that many pounds, I might drop this many, this much clothes size, or was there anything that you thought before even, coming to the first session that you thought you might achieve?
Well, my brother set the gauntlet and said you'll lose 12 pounds.
Yep.
And I was like, that seems a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't really thought about inches. I was just in my mindset that I was going to get to those other clothes in my wardrobe.
Yep.
Really.
I think that's a healthy thing to do as well.
Yeah. And every sort of week I would pick out an item and try it on and think, oh, nearly there.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting.
Mm.
So because I'm a strong believer that if you just constantly concentrate on weight, at some point you won't, you're not going to carry on losing weight infinitely because that's not healthy. But at some point that will actually become quite boring. Whereas if you sort of look at the body shape and the clothes that you wear and how you feel, I think it's a much more healthy long-term prospect. It's a lifestyle thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a complete life change.
Yeah. As you sort of said about maybe changing the way that your family ate.
Yeah, something so stupid that I'd never cooked sweet potato.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's lovely, but I've never tried it before, really.
Yeah.
And it's just going into Tesco's and buying different vegetables rather than buying the same old thing, or doing a chicken curry but buying the tin of the curry sauce and putting it in, not doing it from scratch, doing the lazy way, really.
Right.
And still thinking that was okay.
Yeah.
But
when really now you've seen the light and you've seen that,
Yeah, and it's much nicer cooking. It's not like, what should we have tonight?
Yeah.
It's like, you've actually planned the week's food before you go shopping.
Yeah. Have you found that helpful?
Yeah, I've had to do that to stick to it.
Mm.
It's because I'm cooking for the children.
Yeah.
If I don't know exactly what we're doing for the evening, it's like, I don't want to pick.
Yeah.
So I did notice I was picking off their plates.
Okay, what before? So
Yeah.
And
because they'd eat 5 o'clock, we didn't eat till like 6 past.
Mm-hmm.
And you sort of get sugar low around that time, don't you? So
just before tea, right?
Yeah, so if Chloe didn't finish everything, I'd be like,
Yeah.
And before you know it, it's disaster.
So, obviously now, results, ultimately, how did we go?
I lost 10 pounds and 9 inches.
9 inches, cool. Do you know how many inches you lost off your waist?
Off my waist, I think it was 2.5, maybe 3.
Okay, so 3 inches works. If we say 2.5 to 3 inches in 21 days, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Most people would be really happy with that.
Yeah.
And was there anything that you, aside from the weight, and that kind of stuff, is there any other things that you've kind of noticed that have been perhaps unexpected? So have you had some compliments from anybody else? Have you noticed differences in your skin? Have you noticed any other?
My skin's improved, and that's definitely down to the amount of water I've been drinking.
Yeah.
I sleep a lot more heavier.
Mm-hmm.
I go into deep sleeps now, whereas before I was like up and down.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I've got more energy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good.
Whereas sometimes it might be, come on, we better go and do such and such. It's like, come on, it's time to go.
So now you're kind of in charge of the kind of.
Yeah. Whereas if Chloe was a bit like, I don't want to do that, I'd be like, no, come on, we're going.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the sort of thing you can't really measure, in terms of a number, but you can feel the difference, you can see the difference and stuff like that. So I think that's awesome, really. I mean, you sort of talked a little bit about your results there at the end, and obviously how you feel. That's, for me, the important thing is obviously how you feel and obviously the results you get. I want to make sure you enjoy what you're doing and you enjoy your food and it's sustainable. It's not something that's just going to happen over 3 weeks and then we're going to go because it's kind of something you can do long term. There's no reason why you can't eat the way you've been eating, can't train the way you've been training. I think, did you mention that now, the 40 minutes, you've got 40 minutes back?
Yeah, it's
you perhaps didn't realise you had?
In the morning, the girls would be up by 6 anyway, so rather than sitting on the sofa drinking a coffee with them, watching CBeebies, which I didn't mind doing, I actually get to escape the house for 40 minutes, get back in, they're awake, quite happy, and I go and have a shower, and then we start our day all together again. So they don't really notice that I've gone.
No.
But the thought of if I'd said, I'll go to the gym in the evening, I was too tired then. Whereas this is something for me, really. That's the best bit about it.
Yeah. Because I think as well, a lot of mums, particularly mums, because I don't know, I'm not a parent, so I might be speaking out of turn, but I see that like mums seem to, well, I see what my mum does for me and does done for my brother and sister. Seems to pick up the pieces all the time. Like whereas like dads can kind of escape, seem to get away with it.
Yeah, they do.
Like my dad, quite often like where's he today? Well, he's just doing his own thing, So I think like mums, it's so nice when I hear like mums saying, I've just got some me time back, because it means a lot to them and they can just have that little bit of
It's
time.
almost priceless, really. Just being able to just have that escapism for 40 minutes and then come back and it's fine.
Yeah.
No one's upset that I left in the night to go and do some training.
No.
So Chloe even says now you're back from Keep Fit then.
Yeah, so she's used to it as well.
Yeah.
And long term, that's quite healthy as well. Because obviously, if your children are seeing that you've been doing something like that, then hopefully this will install not just your children, but hopefully, like generally speaking, like children will get used to the fact that their parents were proactive and did training and looked after their health and cooked from scratch. Because they'll see this happening, and you don't even realise it. My mum always used to cook from scratch. This is what they're seeing. And my mum always used to go training. It's just a healthy hopefully a healthy thing for them to see. They're getting used to, that stuff doesn't just have to come out of tins or plastic packets or. They can actually see that food is and training can happen.
Yeah, you can fit it in.
Yeah.
You can use all the excuses, but you can fit it in.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Debbie. If you've got anything else to say, that's cool, but
No,
otherwise, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no, fine.
Thank you. Cheers.